15 epic guided hikes you can book in Africa. Africa is the ultimate outdoor destination, and while you might think that a visit here is all about the safari, with its tremendously diverse terrain, which includes ancient forests, stunning mountain ranges, and some of the world's very best beaches, it is also a hiker's paradise with the best hiking trails in Africa. This continent is home to some of the most spectacular hiking trails in the world. For those who want expert knowledge, safety, and a deeper cultural experience, guided hikes are the way to go. In this guide, we're sharing the 15 best bookable hiking trails in Africa that will take you off the beaten path and into the fabled wilderness of the world's wildest continent. Why book a guided hike in Africa? There are two types of hiking trips that you can have in Africa. The first is the hands-off, self-guided hiking trails in Africa, which should be pretty explanatory. With such a hike, you are pretty much on your own, although you should still tell someone that you will be on the trail. The other hiking option is a guided trip, which is in many ways the much better option. When you book a guided hike, you can look forward to local expertise and learning about the wildlife, geology, and indigenous cultures of the area. You can also enjoy the perks of having all of your logistics taken care of. And then there is the safety factor. Guided hikes are the safer option. When out on one of these hiking trails in Africa, you can enjoy both options, and most of these fabulous destinations cater to hikers of all kinds. 15 best hikes in Africa. No two countries in Africa are alike in any way, shape, or form, and that is exactly what makes Africa just the place to go on a hiking holiday. If you are dreaming of exploring some of the most exquisitely beautiful parts of Africa on foot, these are our favorite hiking trails in Africa. Hiking trails in South Africa. Most of the best hiking trails in Africa can be found in South Africa, and that is because there are more hiking trails in South Africa than you can count on one hand. As a country that is so diverse in every way, you quite literally have the cream of the crop hiking trails in Africa in the palm of your hand. The Otter Trail. Garden Route National Park. 5 days, 42 kilometers. This trail follows South Africa's most beautiful coastal cliffs, beaches, and river crossings, hugging the Tsitsikamma coast. To hike it, you will need a permit and booking well in advance through sand parks or one of the many local guiding companies. Drakensberg Grand Traverse. KwaZulu-Natal, 6 to 12 days, 230 kilometers. This hiking trip will have you crossing the spine of the Drakensberg Mountains from Sentinel Peak to Bushman's Neck. It is a technical and challenging hike that requires an experienced guide, and you can book through the various Drakensberg-based trekking companies. Table Mountain and Cape Peninsula hikes. Cape Town, half-day to multi-day options. This hike includes India Venster, a totally thrilling walk, Skeleton Gorge, a must for anyone who wants to walk deeply into the forest, and Kasteelsport, a place to see the hidden viewpoints. When hiking Table Mountain, you can combine your hiking trip with wine tasting or kayaking with seals. You can book such a tour with Cape Town-based adventure guides and tour companies. Hiking trails in Namibia. Namibia has several incredible hiking destinations, which despite the searing heat and dry weather, are utterly otherworldly. While most travelers will prefer to see Namibia from an air-conditioned 4x4, there is a lot more to see when you hike the terrain. Fish River Canyon Trail. Fish River Canyon, 4 to 5 days, 85 kilometers. This is one of Africa's longest and most challenging hikes, following the canyon floor and taking hikers along some rough ground. There are no official trail markers, so guides are highly recommended. You can book a Fish River Canyon hike through Namibia Wildlife Resorts or private outfitters. Toubkal Trail. Namibia Nature Reserve, 3 days, 22 kilometers. This one is a slow, immersive trek with luxury outdoor beds for stargazing, making it the best trip for anyone who is looking for something easy. A hike here is best for those who love desert solitude and unique landscapes, and you can book through Toubkal Trails. Hiking trails in Botswana. Botswana is one of Africa's best conservation stories. With just a few urban spots, most of Botswana is wild and waiting to be explored, something that can be best done on foot. For the most part, Botswana doesn't really have all that many conventional hiking trails in Africa, but it does have an exciting walking safari. Okavango Delta Walking Safari. Okavango Delta, 2 to 5 days. A safari walk might not be a hike, but few other hikes will have you walking alongside elephants, giraffes, and antelope in the company of an expert local guide. You can also sign up for a Makoro canoe ride. A walking trip can be booked through luxury safari lodges or mobile safari operators. Hiking trails in Zambia. Zambia is Africa's greenest country. At least it is easily ranked high up there as the most lush destination in southern Africa. That said, it is easy to see why those who visit here like to spend as much time outdoors as possible and why one of the best hiking trails in Africa can be found here. Batoka Gorge Hike. Livingstone, Zambia, full-day hike. This is Zambia's most popular and best-known hike, and you'll want to make sure that you pack your most comfortable boots. This trail will take you on a steep descent into the Batoka Gorge, and then you'll walk along the Zambezi River, giving you the absolute best vantage point. Bookings for this hike can be made through operators in Livingstone. Hiking trails in Mozambique. Travelers tend to forget that Mozambique is absolutely huge, and that means it has mountains, safari parks, and other spectacular places to explore. Although its beaches feature predominantly on travel packages, but it's also a great place to go for a hike. Mount Namuli Trek. Northern Mozambique, 2 to 3 days. Few travelers come to Mozambique to hike, but those who do are in for a real treat. The Mount Namuli Trek is a rarely explored volcanic mountain hike known for its stunning biodiversity, making it a must for travelers who want to see plants and other incredible things. The best way to enjoy this hiking trail in Africa is to book a guided tour, most of which happen to support conservation efforts in local communities. You can book a trip through a local ecotourism organization. Hiking trails in Malawi. This small yet diverse African nation gives travelers an intimate and authentic travel experience, which includes activities like kayaking on the serene Lake Malawi and trekking the dramatic peaks of Mount Mulanje, which happens to be a great place to hike. Mount Mulanje Traverse. Malawi, 3 to 6 days, 27 to 58 kilometers. When you take on this incredible hike, you can look forward to the most amazing sights, like towering peaks, misty valleys, and secluded waterfalls that can only be reached on foot. This is not a hike for just anyone, as the trail can be complicated. If you want to take on this trail, you will require an experienced guide. Bookings can be made with the Malawi Mountain Club. Hiking trails in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is the only place where you can feel the spray of the Victoria Falls as it plunges into the Zambezi Gorge, track elephants and lions, or sail across a stunning lake at sunset. It is also a fabulous destination for story lovers who can explore the mysterious stone ruins of Great Zimbabwe. And much like its northerly neighbors, it is a great place for a mountain hike. Chimanimani Mountains Hike. Chimanimani National Park. 2 to 4 days. This trail will take you through a remote mountain range with hidden caves, waterfalls, and rare wildlife. The trail is not marked, so it is best to hire the services of a local guide, which you can find through the Chimanimani trekking guide service. Other iconic Southern African hikes. If you are looking for an African hiking trail that will take you a little further north, these destinations and their trails are worth having a look at. Simien Mountains Trek, Ethiopia's Roof of Africa. Situated in Ethiopia, this 4 to 10-day hike winds through the home to Gelada baboons and ibex and passes through the most dramatic cliffs. Mount Kenya Summit Trek, Africa's second highest peak. This hike takes between 4 to 6 days. It is less crowded than Kilimanjaro, but just as beautiful and can be used as a warm-up to see if you are ready to take on Africa's highest peak. Rwenzori Mountains Trek, Uganda's ice-capped peaks. This is a memorable 6 to 12-day hike that includes glaciers, alpine meadows, and rare wildlife, making this trek unforgettable. Mount Kilimanjaro, the classic African trek. This is the legendary hike that is so much more than a hike. It's an odyssey. Situated in Tanzania, this bucket list trek needs plenty of practice and preparation, and it will take 5 to 9 days to complete. You can only do this hike with a Kilimanjaro certified trekking company. Toubkal Summit, North Africa's highest peak. This is a fast but rewarding trek in the Atlas Mountains of Morocco, and it is best done with a local Berber guide at the helm. Book your next African hiking adventure. Africa is a hiker's dream, with landscapes ranging from desert canyons to misty peaks. Whether you want to climb mountains, trek through game reserves, or sleep under the stars, these guided hikes offer adventure, culture, and conservation in one journey. So which hiking trails in Africa do you want to experience? Come and book with us to find out.